Folks, this note just came in. That is, you may have a possible deadlock in the trial of Kim Potter. The jury is asked an additional question to the judge, and this is what they asked: if the jury cannot reach consensus, what is the guidance around how long and what steps should be taken? That's what they. It was a question that was read in open court by Judge Regina Chu, presiding over the trial. Demario, your thoughts, on this new development?
Well, first of all, it's disappointing because this lady shot a person that she shouldn't have shot, and that's definitely negligence, homicidal negligence. But what that means at that point, the judge was probably going to tell them, "Hey, go back, keep trying, keep working. Maybe let them go home for the night and let them come back to it. If they cannot come to a consensus, then obviously we will have what's called a hung jury. What that means is in a hung jury that they could not come to a decision, and the case would have to either be retried all over again, start all the way over, or the state could decide they're not going to prosecute it any further. So even if she gets a hung jury, which I don't think is the right decision here, it's not over. It's just that someone's back there not being able to be convinced. And what I like to tell people all the time, and you never know what's going on back in the jury room. I've been there many, many times. But I hope those who have strong convictions that this lady should be prosecuted, and sentenced and found guilty, that they straight hard with that, and they don't falter. I've had cases, Roland. Literally, I've lost cases on the civil side where people just said they were ready to go home. They just were tired of deliberating. They didn't feel like we should have lost. They wanted to vote in our favor, but they just wanted to go home. So I hope those who are fighting for justice for Daunte stay strong and either convict this lady or do not let her walk.
What you're seeing here, Xavier, again, this is what the defense wanted. Well, her up here with those dry tears. They just needed one person to hold out in order for her to get off.
Yeah, Roland, that's all you need is one person. You just need one person. But the fact that they asked the judge, what happens if we don't reach a verdict? It says a lot about where they think they are in terms of the compromise that may happen. What's the outcome of their decision? They are understanding the gravity of what they're doing. And Kim Potter's the Rittenhouse tears on the stand, maybe have worked on a particular jury. Jury nullification is a thing for particular juries that may be predisposed or biased toward the process. Now, this, like our previous panelist said, send them home, bring them back. And I know they asked another question about some conversations that Potter had with a psychiatrist or a therapist, and to be able to determine what her state of mind was, to be able to needle in what some of the charges were. So I don't think this is over yet, but this is not a good sign.
Mustafa.
If I make a mistake and kill somebody, more than likely there are going to be significant penalties for me. The exact same thing has to play out here. Her defense is I made a mistake. Well, we can accept that you made a mistake, but there also has to be repercussions for that mistake that you made. You took someone's life. You pulled someone over, her partner pulled someone over for having an air freshener in their car, and then he lost his life. So for me, this is very serious. And you don't want to set these precedents where other police officers can just say, well, I made a mistake, so I shouldn't be found guilty of taking someone's life.
And the thing about it is, when you say a police officer made a mistake, Xavier and I, we're lawyers. When we make a professional mistake, we have to be held accountable. She's not just some regular individual out there who made a mistake. She was trained for this. She had worked on this position for over 15 years, and it has to be some form of accountability. But I just want to say another thing that Xavier brought up. He brought up the term jury nullification. Jury nullification. This is something that can also be used in a positive manner for us as Black people. When you're on that jury, you want a Black person on there, 2 Black people on there, hold out and make sure the prosecution is actually doing everything to the Constitution for those Black people that they're prosecuting. And you can say, I don't believe that this Black person has received a fair trial. Therefore, I am not going to convict them. We have to be strong enough to do that when we get on these juries, because this entire system is set up to the entire system is set up to allow these injustices to happen. And when we have the opportunity They're very far and few between. But when we had that opportunity, stay strong in your conviction and don't just go with the herd. Don't just go with the other juries. Stay strong and use jury nullification in our favor when justice requires it.
And I'll add this piece too, because you talked about the standard and being in the training of being a police officer. And I've said this plenty of times on your show, Roland, that there needs to be, our laws have to be able to be changed, just like so many other professions, whether it's finance or whether it's other industries. If you don't meet a certain standard and you fall short of that standard, there's a criminal penalty to pay for that. And we're making it harder for cops if they don't meet that standard, because we're basing it on them having sort of their training. So if you have training and you're not meeting that standard, you don't meet that, how are you not criminally liable for that in other industries, but it's not for police officers? We need to clean that up, because that is a great area in our law that's allowing police officers to get off for shooting people for an air freshener and calling it a mistake.
Backdrop roll my unfiltered video in just one moment.
Time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punching!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way. Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Like, wow, Roland was amazing on there.
Stay black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared. You dig?